I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. It is down to the wire for staff and residents at Orange County's Valley View Nursing Home, with county legislators due to vote at some point today on a proposal that, if passed, would keep the facility open and in county hands through next year. On Tuesday, members of the legislature's Ways and Means Committee set the stage for the final vote by narrowly passing a budget amendment proposal to fund Valley View that includes a series of major labor union concessions that supporters say would produce the financial savings needed to allow the county to operate Valley View for all of 2013. Whether to fund Valley View next year, sell it, or shut it down is the question up for debate during the late Wednesday meeting of the full legislature. They must adopt any changes to the county executive's budget by tomorrow. County Executive Ed Diana then has until December 1st to veto any legislative changes. Now keep checking back here at Record Online for the latest news regarding today's expected Valley View vote. The attempt to determine the winner of an Orange County legislative seat will move forward tomorrow afternoon at County Board of Elections, where more than 400 absentee and affidavit ballots will begin to be counted in the still undecided 18th district race between Republican legislator R.J. Smith and Democrat challenger Roseanne Sullivan, who led Smith by 25 votes after votes were counted election night. Among the ballots yet to be counted, the 20 to 25 affidavit votes cast by people in a Bullville district whose original ballots did not rightfully include the Smith-Sullivan legislative race. And the deadline for the receipt of all absentee ballots is Monday, November 19th. The Orange County Courthouse was closed for a second day today because county DPW employees and an electrical contractor had to wait for the arrival of a needed part in order to be able to restore power to the Goshen building. The courthouse was shut down Tuesday due to a power outage that was reportedly caused by animal contact with a major electrical switch that resulted in 2 blown fuses. County officials were hoping for business as usual on Thursday. The timing was good. The Sullivan County Legislature's Public Safety and Law Enforcement Committee met yesterday, and the agenda included a scheduled appearance by Brenda Patton of NYSEG, who was there to talk about the coordination needed to identify those who depend on life-sustaining equipment and others with special needs when emergency strikes. A plan that was put into action during preparations for Hurricane Sandy. As for NYSEG's storm response, Sullivan's emergency officials gave the utility an overall good grade.
So NYSEG did good. Our O&R did well as far as clearing the roads. I know there's some other controversy as to how quick other service was provided, but when they worked with us on the county level to open roads, make sure everything was safe, their cooperation couldn't have been better.
In my lifetime in this county, I've never seen this kind of devastation that widespread. And they had the big job to get the power stations up and running and then the main lines. Then it was a matter of hooking the homes back up and getting them energized. But they had their work cut out for them, and I think they worked really hard. They worked around the clock. And as I said, everything considered, it was a difficult situation. There was no fixing it overnight. And I think everything considered, they did a good job.
Martinkovic says 162 roads in Sullivan County were closed because of the extensive damage done by Sandy. With ski season rapidly approaching, the publicly owned Belleayre ski center is making strides to modernize. So says Ted Belleayre, the president and chief executive officer for the Olympic Regional Development Authority, the organization that now runs the High Mount facility. Belleayre told members of the Ulster County Chamber of Commerce this morning that Belleayre would join forces with the commercial ski centers nearby to better market all regional ski areas, including Hunter Mountain and Windham. Belleayre had previously been operated by the State Department of Environmental Conservation and has had a frosty relationship with commercial ski operators who've complained about being undercut in price by Belleayre in the past. The Olympic Authority is hoping to get Belleayre open by Thanksgiving under new acting general manager Tom Tarr. And this 35-foot-tall spruce tree stood tall when faced with Sandy's hurricane-force winds. Today, the tree that stood for years in the front yard of the Lasardo family home in the town of Wawayanda was cut down so it can take on a prominent role as the Christmas tree for the upcoming holiday season celebration in Middletown. The tree at Lake Pocatello Road and Maureen Drive was the choice of officials with Middletown's Business Improvement District.
It starts in August, and Don Wells and I kind of go around and we call it interviewing the trees. And we check out the condition, the size of probably about a dozen and a half to 2 dozen trees around the region. And it must fit into the slot that we have underground in Festival Square and everything. So we take measurements, and then we try to choose the one that's going to look the most decorative there at the holiday season.
The tree has special meaning to Don Wells with Middletown bid because it belonged to his brother-in-law, John Lasardo, who agreed to donate it to the city after a little convincing.
It took a long time to try to convince him that his tree was getting a little marginal and it was probably time to go, and we had the perfect spot for it.
You didn't have to do too much arm twisting with your brother-in-law.
Well, a little, yeah. We had to convince him, but we finally did, and he agreed, and hopefully he'll be involved in the tree lighting.
The soon-to-be Christmas tree was then transported on the 5-mile trip to Festival Square in downtown Middletown, where it will be lit Friday evening, November 23rd, during the city's holiday season kickoff festivities. We'll see plenty of sunshine for the next couple of days, but that doesn't mean it'll be warm. It'll be mostly sunny Thursday, but the temperatures won't go any higher than the upper 40s. Friday will be another sunny day with a high around 50 degrees. Now keep clicking back here at Record Online to stay on top of breaking news, and pick up tomorrow's Times Herald Record for a complete look at the news and the features you enjoy. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.